Hi, I'm Barbara Dee, and I'd like to share with you a chapter from my new book, Haven Jacobs Saves the Planet. Haven Jacobs is about a girl named Haven who's in seventh grade and is obsessed with climate change, and it's causing her some anxiety. It's affecting her relationship with her friends, with her family, with school. And her social studies teacher, Ms. Packer, tells her to try to focus on something specific where she can make a difference. So Haven becomes very focused on her science classes, projects studying the local river, the Belmont River. Okay, and she becomes convinced that there's something wrong with the river. And okay, so I'm going to read to you the chapter called Avocado. Okay. After everything that happened at the river today, I couldn't I couldn't think about starting Miss Packer's homework. I needed something to do with my hands instead of just biting my nails. So after I finished my snack of Lucky Charms, I decided to try this new recipe that I'd been saving, chocolate chip cookies made with avocado instead of butter. It'd either be disgusting or delicious, I couldn't tell which, but at least baking would distract me from all of my friend problems. Plus, it would keep me off the internet, so I wouldn't be able to research missing frogs or acid in the river or pollution tolerant macroorganisms or anything that would freak me out about doing the river project. I was just taking the first batch of cookies out of the oven when Carter walked into the kitchen, sweaty and red faced from basketball. Cookies, he shouted in a Cookie Monster voice as he grabbed one and stuffed it into his mouth. Careful, they're still hot, I said. I watched him chew. What do you think? Not bad, he said. Chewy. It tastes a little different. He picked up another cookie. Why is it a funny color? I used avocado. Don't say anything. I wasn't going to. He popped it into his mouth. Anyhow, they still count as chocolate chip cookies, so thanks. I was still full from the Lucky Charms, but of course I had to sample one. I chose a small, bumpy looking cookie while Carter poured himself a glass of milk. He's right, I thought. Different, but not bad. On the cookie scale, probably a 6. I'm watching my brother eat the cookie, not just eating it, but actually admitting that he liked it. It made me wonder if we could have a real conversation. Carter, can I ask you a question? I said. I don't know, can you? He grinned. His teeth were smeared with chocolate. I handed him a napkin. Remember that testing you did for the river project? The litmus paper stuff and the wildlife observation? Nah, that was 2 years ago. I know, but if you got some funny results, you'd remember it, right? Maybe. Depends on what you mean by funny. I explained about the acid we found in the river water and the fact that the only macros we found were pollution tolerant ones. All the pollution sensitive macros were missing, I said. Huh, he said. You mean like their feelings were hurt, Lentil? I got up from the table. All right, forget it. Haven, come on. I was only joking. You know what, Carter? I thought you cared about the climate stuff and the planet stuff and what's happening to Belmont. Right, I do. But you care more about being a jerk. Never mind. I went upstairs to my room and shut the door. My cat Ziggy was sleeping on my bed. The second I plopped down next to him, he started purring. Ziggy, you're the only good thing, I said. Everything in the world is so messed up. And if I try to talk to people about it, they treat it like a joke, or they want to talk about video games, or sleepovers, or fingernails. The planet is in trouble, the river is in trouble, the frogs are disappearing, and no one is paying any attention or doing anything to help. Even my science teacher, a knock on the door. I buried my head in Ziggy's fur. Haven, can I come in? My brother asked. No, I said. Come on, I have something to show you. Just go away, Carter. Look, you're right. I was being a jerk, and I'm sorry, okay? I won't call you Lentil anymore from now on, I swear. He paused. Anyhow, I really think you want to see this. See what? Let me in and I'll show you. All right, fine, I said. Carter opened the door and sat on my bed. I tried not to inhale his basketball sweat as he handed me a folder. What's this? I asked. My notes from when I did the river project, he said. I can't believe I kept them all this time. Look. He flipped open the packet. See? We did litmus testing over 6 days, and we always got a reading of slightly acidic, 6.5 on the pH scale. So that's gray on the litmus strip, right? Never yellow. And look at our wildlife observation. We saw a ton of these guys. He pointed to the same identification chart we'd used at the river. Stoneflies, caddisflies, mayflies, riffle beetles. Group 1 taxa, pollution-sensitive organisms found in good quality water. We didn't see any of these, I said. Not a single one. Yeah, you told me. My brother's eyes were serious. It's a little scary. It is. And you know what else? No frogs either, I said. That's why I'm showing you this, Haven. I think maybe you're right. Something's wrong with the river. Carter, I know I'm right, I said. He didn't challenge me or tease me. He just nodded. And that should have felt like a win, but it didn't.